Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Legends. Sorry for not posting any video yesterday, but my kid was kind of sick. Had to rush him to the emergency room with a high fever, so came back home pretty late and just crashed. So, moving on, today we're going to take a look at some Pauper Gauntlet. And we've already had our first run, and honestly, it didn't go so well. Only 5-3. We took out the deck made by SirChoate, which was a Spellsword, but it lacked punching power, or at least that's what I noticed going on. So today we're going to take our second run with CVH's Spellsword. That seems to have a lot more, I don't know, more damage dealing cards. As a quick glance, you can fairly see exactly that the deck builder has changed, and again reinforces my conviction that this is indeed something to come, a feature that will be integrated in the tournament mode. There's only common cards that you can pick, and the rest of the features are untouched. It basically serves the exact purpose of this event. So let's take a look at the deck here. We got Execute, Cleric, Dragontail Savior, Enchanted Plate, Shining Saint, Skinned Hound. There's also Dark Guardians, East Empire Crafter, Golden Initiate, Solitaire to bring back good stuff. Yeah, we've got some Silence here and there. We've got Cave Bat, this is the punching power, and Fallen Dragon combined with 10 Mars of Lurker. And we also have the Bloodline Outcast and Clockwork Apostle for, again, that extra punching power that I mentioned. So let's take this out and see how it behaves in a new run. Alright, now we're playing against a Scout. And if you guys saw CVH's post from Twitter, his favorite decks from this Gauntlet were this Spellsword and a Scout deck. And it's safe to say that probably everyone is playing those exact decks. Or at least the majority. As I am, of course. Yeah, guilty here. We got Skin Hound, but Golden Initiate. It's tricky. If my opponent has Shadow Shift, then almost anything that I can put out into Shadow Lane is going to get lethaled out. A nice play and a good opening card for this Gauntlet. That 1-1 with lethal. So my field lane is kind of blocked right now. And I'd rather not play Cursed Spectre to silence it. Because if my opponent included those in his deck, he probably has a consume mechanism card as well. So, by the way guys, silencing an imbued creature, then killing it off, its effects remain in the graveyard. So, the consumption bonus will apply if that creature is consumed. A silenced creature does not go into the graveyard silenced. So, a good thing to remember, guys. Let's silence that Fastest Guild Recruit. Let's straight off with that. Start dealing some damage. 3 more turns and we can lay down the Bloodline Outcast. Till then, Rising of Bones. a good card for this Gauntlet. Considering the amount of removals is limited. Plus, 3/3 guard is kind of hard to take down with execute. Actually, impossible to get down with execute. Let's see if 2 East Empire crafters will get the job done. I can use either one to trade favorably, and I can lay down the Fallen Dragon, and it will be able to withstand that 4/3 Goblin. I think it's Goblin. Okay, let's deal some damage, and here comes Fallen Dragon. So it'll get 7/7, I believe. Yep. I have a Javelin, a Cleric, and a Bloodline Outcast.
You will die where you stand. Whatever you want, if the coin is good.
There's the consuming. My opponent will draw a card. Another Fallen Dragon. That's pretty good. So I got 2 options here. Either lay down Bloodline Outcast, actually 3, or lay down another Fallen Dragon and get buffed to 7/7 and use Cleric. Or I can just Javelin that 4/3, which poses the biggest threat here, and use Cleric to give more HP to that dragon.
Bless us, Kai. May we serve you with every word.
If my opponent has like a giant bat, yeah, that's didn't anticipate that, but that's still good. I mean, we have a Fallen Dragon in our graveyard, so if the need arises, we can play Tanar Lurker, and we can gain 10 HP from consuming that dragon. That's another 6/6 guard here. Yeah, 3/3, 2 3/3 bodies basically count towards a 6/6. I could silence one of those, but that'll still leave a 3/3 body on the board.
You can't defeat me.
So this Bloodline Outcast being a 9/9, pretty good.
What have we here?
Thieves Guild Recruit and a Sanctuary Pet. Okay. I need somehow to protect that Bloodline Outcast.
Whatever you want, if the coin is good.
How to do that? We've got Silence. We got 9 Magicka, so we can silence the Sanctuary Pet.
Bless us, Kai. May we serve you with every
Add more HP there. So my opponent has like 9 damage, not enough to get rid of the Bloodline Outcast. Of course, unless it can bring back, or has, a giant bat in hand. Giant Bat played in the field lane. Okay. So my opponent is going to be 15 HP. Got another falling. The last card in my hand is a fallen dragon. And with those two Empire Crafters, I can get it to 7/7. But the problem is that the Shadow Lane is getting crowded up. My side and my opponent's side as well.
Whatever you want if the coin is good. They make it too easy.
Wow, that's a silence. Two fallen dragons. Huh. Wonder if I could do anything with that. I mean, okay, I can trade the cleric
For the warrior wife.
and summon a dragon. Then, having enabled a drain on the Bloodline Outcast, I can eat up the 3/3.
Your death will be painful.
And I'll have to trade here, deal 2 damage, and have the last dragon just be a 6/6. Opponent is down to 13, and I have a whooping 13, 22, 24 damage in the Shadow Lane. Even with the Bloodline Outcast dead, that was probably the best move. Still have exactly 15 damage on board. Shadow Shift. That's 5 damage, not enough to kill any of the dragons. Wait, there's more. So right now I have exactly 15 damage that I can do and win. But I got no more cards in hand, so... Oh, that's just an insane top deck. That's an insane top deck. We must be mindful of prophecies. Okay. That was great. Top deck execute. That was actually very close. I mean, without that top deck, would have probably lost the match. Okay. Now we're getting matched up against a Crusader. I've seen a lot of Crusaders. Actually lost to a couple of them. Actually lost to the majority of them during the run with SirChoate's Spellsword. Because I lacked the punching power. So, yeah, sure, I could have just put up guards and stuff, but...
Wait, did you hear that?
Not enough. Wow, all 3 executes in my hand. Top notch.
I'll take them with me.
Remains to see what kind of Crusader we're gonna face.
I'll take them with me.
Killing you will make an excellent story.
That's a good strength card for this Gauntlet. For 1 is great damage. Execute. Nice. We never see Execute in Aggro Crusader. Well, here it should be always included. Yeah, Execute is a must card in this Gauntlet. If you want to do something, then that's the way to do it. Cave Bear. Let's drop Cave Bear. So, the mandatory cards, if you're playing a deck that contains Willpower, that's yellow color, you should have Execute and you should have Javelins. Those are a must. We can execute that. We can draw a card. Let's end that field lane for good. Another execute. Epic. Yeah, so my phone probably drew the same way. I drew all three. Priest of the 8. And another Priest of the 8 to draw my opponent's cards. Playing only common cards. Crusader lacks on the Crusader's Assault ability. So, a nice and good addition to use the Priest of the 8, which basically draws you cards. Now, the Fallen Dragon in the field lane. We should use that to trade with as much my opponent's cards as possible. Wow, a buffed up 4/3 Priest of the 8. Let's try and silence that.
The living have no place.
3 more Magicka. Give the Cave Bear some HP, and we drew a Cleric of Kine.
Bless us, kind. May we
I
serve
think
you with
it's
every
safe to buff the Cursed Spectre. Why? Because all the other cards are pretty okay in terms of HP. And I want that Fallen Dragon to die. Rapid shot. Okay, targeting the Fallen Dragon. It's gonna be great. Hopefully.
The battle shall be ours. You're
No.
going down.
I'll take them with me.
Well, have an execute and we can deal with that charger. What happens is we're going to chip away opponent's HP while also maintaining high Magicka levels in order to deal with whatever my opponent might summon. We could use one lurker, sorry, to consume the Dark Guardian. Well, we can also throw in a lot of damage. Opponent is down to just 14.
I smell fresh meat.
Okay, so we're gonna lose something. That's pretty much obvious. Cave Bear, goodbye. Okay, so there's gonna be something else. I don't know. We'll, uh-oh. My opponent decided to go face. And that could be a bit worrying. 19 HP. I don't have 19 damage. Not at all. Let's see, 5, 14 plus... Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah, so I can trade Cleric, or I can maintain my 2/1 creature and trade favorably with the Cave Bear. As for the field lane, still trying to get
For the warrior.
the Fallen Dragon dead. I'm down to just 4 HP.
The Tenar'Zalvid aren't monsters.
Problematic. So by consuming the Dark Guardian,
Not waste time chatting with mortals.
I got some decent HP just to survive. And there's 16 HP. Yes, Fallen Dragon has left the building finally.
Let's heat things up.
Ouch. Skaven Pyromancer and another Elixir. Do we have what it takes? That's 10. Yeah, I think we do. The problem remains in dealing that extra 1 damage, but good thing we have a Postal in hand.
So much work yet to do.
And the game is over. Yeah, this deck feels much better than the SirChoate, basically because of the punching power. So yeah, feel free to try the deck out. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to my supporters. Cheers, guys.